Andrew Tate, the man needs no introduction. Whether you love him or hate him, one thing is for sure. You have an opinion about him. He's a polarizing figure, and he's built an empire off of it. But what exactly makes him so divisive? Why do some people hang on his every word, while others can't stand the sight of him? Today, we're breaking down 5 traits that make Andrew Tate one of the most controversial figures of our time, and why his strategy actually works. Welcome to Chad Guys, the brotherhood that dissects the psychology, strategies, and polarizing tactics of the world's most successful and talked about men. Subscribe and join the Chad Guys Army if you are here to elevate your mindset, understand human behavior, and dominate every aspect of your life. Let's get into it. Trait number 1, unapologetic masculinity. Andrew Tate embodies the archetype of the hyper-masculine alpha male, and he's not afraid to say things that fly in the face of modern norms. In a world where conversations around masculinity are more nuanced and often criticized, Tate has carved out a niche by leaning heavily into traditional masculine ideals. Strength, dominance, wealth, and power are the cornerstones of his brand. He talks about driving fast cars, winning at life, and dominating in every aspect. He rejects any notion of softening up, and he makes no apologies for being who he is. Here's why this works. Certainty and confidence are attractive. Even if people disagree with what he says, they can't deny that he speaks with conviction. Andrew Tate doesn't hedge his bets or soften his language. He makes bold statements and stands by them. People are drawn to confidence, even if they disagree with the message. His unapologetic approach makes him a symbol for men who feel lost in a world that has diluted masculinity. This attracts a following of men who feel they need a strong, decisive leader to look up to. However, this same unapologetic masculinity is what makes him so polarizing. In the eyes of his critics, Tate's views are outdated, harmful, and toxic. But whether you agree with him or not, his strong stance ensures that he never fades into the background. He's either loved or hated, and that's a powerful brand position. The lesson here? People are more drawn to leaders who have the courage of their convictions, even if those convictions are controversial. Trait number 2, brutal honesty. Andrew Tate doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's brutally honest, often to the point of offending people. If he thinks you're lazy, he'll say it. If he believes the reason you're broke is your own fault, he won't spare your feelings. While most public figures tread carefully to avoid backlash, Tate goes the opposite route. He embraces the backlash. His message is simple. The world doesn't owe you anything. And if you want to succeed, you need to stop complaining and start taking action. This brutal honesty works because it creates a sense of urgency and reality. In a society that often promotes comfort and validation, Tate's message hits like a punch to the gut. For some, it's exactly what they need to hear. A wake-up call to stop making excuses. His harsh approach appeals to people who are tired of hearing sugar-coated advice and want real talk. It resonates with those who believe in tough love and self-reliance. But of course, this also makes him a target. Critics argue that his delivery is unnecessarily harsh and that his message lacks empathy. Yet Tate doesn't care about being liked by everyone. He'd rather be real and divisive than fake and agreeable. The lesson here is that honesty, especially brutal honesty, can be a double-edged sword. It's powerful because it cuts through the noise, but it also creates enemies. If you're willing to speak the harsh truths, be prepared to deal with the backlash. Trait number 3, flaunting extreme success. Andrew Tate's lifestyle is the epitome of what many would call living the dream. Private jets, luxury cars, designer clothes, and a constant stream of beautiful women. He's a master at using social media to showcase his wealth and success. But he doesn't just post for the sake of flexing. He ties it to his message about hard work, risk-taking, and achieving freedom through financial dominance. He uses his lifestyle as proof that his methods work. Why does this strategy work? People are drawn to success, whether it's out of admiration or envy. Wealth gets attention. Tate knows that showing the rewards of his lifestyle reinforces his brand and draws people in. Men who aspire to live like him want to learn his secrets, and even his critics can't help but take notice. This flaunting serves as a powerful marketing tool. He's not just telling you that you can be successful, he's showing you what that success looks like. But this level of flaunting also has its downsides. Many see it as arrogant, materialistic, and shallow. And critics accuse him of promoting a lifestyle that's all about excess and superficiality. But here's the genius of it. By flaunting his success, he's created an aura of aspiration around his brand. Love him or hate him, you know exactly what he stands for. The lesson here? If you want to capture attention, show the results of your hard work. People want to see what winning looks like, even if it makes them jealous. Trait number 4, polarizing opinions on women and relationships. This is perhaps the most controversial aspect of Andrew Tate's brand. His views on women and dating are the subject of endless debate. He advocates for traditional gender roles, believes in male dominance in relationships, and isn't shy about expressing his opinions on what makes women attractive or valuable. For his followers, his advice on dating and relationships is a breath of fresh air, a guidebook for men who want to embrace their masculinity. For his critics, his views are sexist, outdated, and harmful. Here's why this trait is so effective. Controversy creates conversation. Every time Tate speaks about relationships, it triggers a firestorm of discussions on social media. People share his clips, debate his viewpoints, and argue about his beliefs. This level of controversy keeps him in the spotlight and ensures that his name stays relevant. In the world of media and influence, being talked about is better than being forgotten. But there's more to it. His dating philosophy resonates with a subset of men who feel disillusioned by modern dating culture. For them, Tate's views offer a sense of direction and clarity in a confusing landscape. On the flip side, his polarizing stance has made him a lightning rod for criticism. The lesson here? If you're going to take a stand on a hot-button issue, be prepared for the storm. Controversy is a powerful tool, but it's one that can either elevate you or make you a target. Trait number 5, master of the social media algorithm. Andrew Tate understands social media better than most influencers. He knows that platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube thrive on engagement, and nothing drives engagement like controversy. He deliberately crafts his content to spark reactions, both positive and negative. He's an expert at creating sound bites that are easily shareable and hard to ignore. His strategy is simple: make content that's impossible to scroll past. This trait works because he knows how to play the game. By understanding how algorithms work, he maximizes his reach and visibility. Every time a clip of him goes viral, whether it's for a motivational message or a controversial opinion, it fuels his brand and pulls more people into his ecosystem. He's not just creating content, he's creating movements. He leverages the outrage and the admiration equally to keep his name trending. But being a master of the algorithm isn't just about gaining followers. It's about controlling the narrative. Tate understands that if he can dominate social media, he can shape how people perceive him. The lesson? If you want to be influential, learn how to harness the power of social media. It's not just about posting content, it's about understanding how to make that content go viral. In today's digital age, knowing how to play the algorithm is a superpower. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and join the Chad Guys Army. We're here to dissect what makes successful men tick, learn from their strategies, and level up in every area of life. The Chad Guys Brotherhood is about winning the game of life. See you in the next one.